Hello, happy Sunday to you all. Happy to be with you again. Have you been waiting for me to be here on Sundays? If you have been waiting maybe last 2 weeks, apologies. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be here. And we got very busy. You know what that means. We are pursuing the bag. So right now, it's no longer going to be weekly with us here. Rather, it's going to be bi-weekly. What do I mean by bi-weekly? Of course, you should know what bi-weekly means. Bi-weekly means that we will be meeting here two weeks. Um, first week of the month, and did I say first week? Yeah, let me say second week of the month and last week of the month. Second Sunday of the month and last Sunday of the month. Hello, I am Coach Mma Okoye, a guidance counselor professional. Of course, you need to add that. It's not easy now. So I'm Coach Mma Okoye, a professional guidance counselor with certification on substance and addiction abuse and counseling. I am also an early childhood educator, a parenting coach, the founder, the Parents Academy. Are you in the Parents Academy? If you are not in the Parents Academy, you are definitely missing a lot. Now, the Parents Academy, it's an academy for parents. Of course, as a parent in the 21st let me say 21st century, yes, 2025, you need a parent support group where you will have unrestricted access to a professional guidance counselor when it comes to parenting, finances, career development, personal growth. These are the things I make sure that the home heroes, that's the parents in the Parents Academy, deal with by the grace of God, not by my own power. Today on the webinar, we are going to look at communication skills development. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please drop that in the comment section. Let me know I'm not alone. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscription button. Click like and share this with every parent you know. Without further much ado, we go straight into the business of the day. Communication skills, it's very important that we train our children to have communication skill. Not just training them, we need to model it for them to learn. And your children should learn effective communication. If there is one powerful skill needed in 21st century, it is effective communication skill. This will help you in your relationship with people. It will help you in growth, in personal growth and development. Now, you can't talk about communication skill. Okay, my husband is here. He said very much on board. Happy birthday. Today is his birthday. Oh, wish him happy birthday. Today is my husband's birthday. So, when I'm done with this, we are going to have our family gathering. Okay, so I said that communication skill is one of the skills needed. And what is communication? Communication is not one-way traffic. Communication is one person is talking and another person is listening and responding. Just as I am having this conversation with you, and I say, when I'm done talking, please ask questions. That's communication. Even as I'm talking, drop your question in the comment section and I will pay attention to what you are saying. That is communication. So let us go straight to if you are a home hero and you are on board, please answer present. You know this is for you, but we are leaving it open for other people to join it. Yeah, Aluchi is here. Aluchi, good evening, coach. Welcome, Aluchi. Good to have you on board. We continue with communication and connection. Okay, let me see. Oh, I started with the last. Okay, this is the first slide. Communication, building deep emotional connection through effective communication. Deep. I say deep. So this has to do with your children. Remember, this platform is all about parenting. But sometimes we bring in Oluchi Wadi is here. Yeah, that's my mentee. Oluchi, welcome on board. Good to have you here. So this is deep emotional connection with your children. And this is very important for you to be able to teach your children, guide them, influence them, and have great impact in their lives. If you're not very good with communication, you will lose out all of this. And you need to start as early as possible. Even in your career, you need to learn communication and connection. Even as someone who wants to grow, you are advertising your goods and services, you need communication. Before I go deeper into what we have, I want to share something I had with my son. He's one of the SS3 students now, those who just entered SS3. Now, you can say, okay, Aluchi say happy birthday, sir, more fruitful years ahead. Amen. Thank you so much, Aluchi. So you can make your child confide in you. You be your child's listening ear. That person who understands him. That's a conversation I had with him currently, because since he entered SS3, we have been having lots and lots of conversations. So one of the days he came to me, we were saying something. He said something that struck me. He said, Mommy, you are the only person I open up to. Mommy, you are the only person I tell how I feel. Mommy, you are my coach. You are my mentor. You are my guide. Honestly, that statement coming from a teenage boy, we know how teenage boys behave. The girls can easily bend and say all of those things, but when it comes from a teenage boy, that means a whole lot to me. So I have been always having conversation with him. We talk about everything, even feelings with girls, girlfriend of other classmates and all of that. We say, in fact, there's nothing he hides from me. He tells me a lot. Let me not say everything, but he tells me a lot. And when he's not the type that speaks so much, but when he wants to talk and he needs that person he will talk to and confide in, he will come to me. Now, that means a lot to me because it will help me guide him. As a parent of teenager, when they become teenagers, your duty is to be a coach. Your duty is to be a mentor at teenage level. It's not the time to be a disciplinarian. It's not the time to be what do we call it, president general of all authorities. Your authority is there, yes, but that's the time to coach, for you to connect with your child. And I did not start this today. It's not something I started when he's in SS1 or SS2. Okay, Aluchi more years sir, in good at. Amen. Thank you so much, Aluchi. Okay, thank you so much. So it's something we started right from his primary school days. Do you know this boy at age 5? I've already taught him about good and bad touches. The first sexual abuse he would have had, the first person he told was me. He came back, then he was 5 years. He went to toilet, a girl followed him, started touching him in his because of YouTube, I'm going to use some words, started touching him in his private parts. He ran, shouted and ran out of the toilet. So when he came, he told me. I now told the teacher, look at, who is this girl? That was when I now knew that the girl's either brother too has been caught trying to kiss another girl. So it was something that was running in that family. But because I have that connection, because when I'm telling you what he told me in SS3, it's not as if he started today. It's because I have been able to open that communication gap. No, there's no communication. I've opened that communication connection and emotional bonding. So he's able to be free. This is what you should do. Don't always yell. Everything is not yelling. When you are yelling, you don't want them to speak. When they have these emotional problems and they can't come to you, you can't even force it. You can't force it. They'll just go into their shelf. They will not tell you. Then when they don't tell you and you keep telling, you should tell me, you should open up to me, but you are not creating that environment to make them talk to you. They'll keep quiet and listen to their friends. That is how we lose them. Then tomorrow we start blaming village people, start blaming everybody. Now let's go straight to our business. Why communication matters. One, foundation of strong parent-child relationship. That's why I started with mine. I'm not saying what I read on the internet. I'm giving you my own experience as a mother. So it's not as if it's something that happened somewhere. So when communication is very, very important, because There'll be this strong parent-child relationship which will help you influence that child, which will help you guide that child, which will help you make that child listen to you, seek your advice first. When he has problem, he or she will come to you first before listening to the friends. That's what all of us are praying for, that our children confides in us, that our children comes to us when they have problems instead of going to their friends. Of course, a blind man cannot lead a blind man. Both that your child and his friend, they've not seen anything. But you as a parent, you have seen it all. You have seen a lot. Either your personal experience, the experience of your neighbors, the experience of your siblings, you have seen it all. So you are in a better position to guide them. How can you guide them? It's by communication. Now, why another reason why communication is also important, it builds trust and security. Like from my story, you can see that trust is there, that security is there. Even when he wants to choose a life partner, obviously he will say, "Mommy, what do you say about this girl?" Whatever I say, he will abide by that because there has been long-term relationship with this person. So it's easier to go back to this person whenever he or she has a problem. Another one, it shapes emotional intelligence. When there is communication, you'll be able to teach your children the things they need to know. Remember, I started by telling you communication should not be a one-way traffic. It's not you talk, talk, talk. As you talk, allow them to talk. Listen to their heart, not just what they say. Pay attention to that innermost heart that is yearning for you to listen to. Pay attention to that, is very important. The next, it strengthens lifelong connection. I won't stress that much because I've said it. Communication helps to strengthen lifelong connection. Don't forget that we are in parenting issues bi-weekly webinar with Coach Mma Okoye, a professional guidance counselor, the founder, the Parents Academy. Like I said, the Parents Academy is an academy for parents where all of these things, we treat them. In the Parents Academy, we have activities. Sunday to Sunday, we have what we are doing. We are very, very busy. We are very busy parents. We are encouraged to have multiple streams of income. We are not having only one. In this month of September, we did 30 days AI challenge. The parents are in the academy, they are doing amazingly well, trying to make extra money both online and offline. At the same time, their children's academics are not left out, parenting their children. They no longer yell while parenting, and their children are behaving better, getting better grades, and improved communication. Most of them come to me. Their children now go to them to talk to them on things that are bothering them. These are the things you gain, and you have unrestricted access to a professional without paying for professional counseling session. These are things you gain when you become a parent in the Parents Academy. Everything you need to know, the link is in the description of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are joining for the first time. Like this video, share to other parents. Let's continue. Common barriers to communication. We have said a lot about communication, but then we have some things that are like strain to this communication. And what are they? We can actually deal with them. If you say you are a busy parent and I tell you my schedule, you will pity me. You'll be like, I know busy past you. But then I still make time to have this communication with my children. Remember, I said communication is not about talking to them. It's about when you talk to them, listen to them. Pay attention to what they're trying to tell you. Now, as a parent, do you know that your children can correct you? Do you know that? My children correct me. Mommy, this. And I pay attention to that. And before you know it, you get it right. That's after, who are you to talk to me? Don't you know I'm your mother? I carried you in my womb for 9 months. I breastfed you. No, those things will not work. There are some ideas they will give you. There are some things they will tell you. Pay attention to that. That is what makes communication effective. Communication is only effective when you talk and you listen and you pay attention. That's when communication is effective. So what are the common barriers? One, busy schedules and distractions. Remember, today we're talking about communication skill development. That's what we're talking about today. So busy schedules and distractions. Now, a lot of us can spend hours, days, weeks on social media, but we cannot have 10 minutes each day to listen to our children, to pay attention to what they have to say, or even talk to them, or just that 10 minutes you talk and listen to them within that 10 minutes. But we'll be on all over social media. We know all the things happening there, but we do not have time to talk to them. We are very busy. You can't tell me in your 24 hours, Sunday to Sunday, there is no time that you have spare 10 minutes for your children. If you are telling me that, you are not telling yourself the truth. So make out time for them. Remove distraction. When they're talking to you, keep that phone. Just keep that phone. Look at them eyeball to eyeball. It will help you. Now, the next common barrier to communication, misunderstandings or assumption. I always tell parents, don't assume, ask question. Don't just assume. Make sure you ask questions, because it's only when you ask questions the child is saying or what the child is going through. Another one, over reliance on authority instead of dialogue. I said it. I am your mother. Who are you to talk to me? You don't, what do you know? What have you seen? That constantly reminding the child, I'm your mother, I'm your father. It doesn't help. I always tell parents, as an authority, let me use parents. In parenting, we have the authorities there, the father, the mother. Remember, this platform is also for single parents. Even in my parents' academy, I have single parents. So even if you are parenting alone, you are work. In fact, if you're a single parent, that's even the reason why you need to be in the parents' academy, so that we can help you in the journey. You know, in this part of the world, people believe that if you're a single parent, your children will be useless. But you can be a single parent depending on the reason why you are a single parent, which we don't care, is not our problem. Our problem is for you to raise responsible children. You'll be able to still raise responsible children because you have a structure that is guiding you. So if you're a single parent, you are welcome. We welcome you with open arms. We are not discriminatory about that. So let me continue. When we talk about authority here, the parent is the authority in the house. If you have any reason to constantly remind your child that you are the mother or you are the father, something is missing. There's something you are not doing well. If you do what you are supposed to do well, there is no reason why you have to remind your child that you are the mother or you are the father. Of course, your child knows. Your child knows. So you don't need to keep rubbing it on their face. So when you have that reason to keep rubbing it on their face, there's something you are not doing well. So instead of rubbing it constantly on their faces, why don't you go into yourself, deal with that which you are not doing well, come out better as that authority? Your child will respect you. So if there is no other thing you are holding this night, hold it that for any day you have reason to remind your child that you are his or her parent, you have failed, that you are failing somewhere. So the problem is not the child, the problem is you. Go and deal with that problem, come out better. You can consult us. We have the link to book for a session is in the video description. You can use that to write to us. We'll deal with whatever it is. You will see your child respecting you without you reminding that child. I have a child in the university. Till this moment, I don't feel that stubbornness and rascality that people say, oh, university students, they do this, they do that. She has finished year one, entering year two. She's on holidays, still loyal, still respectful. I have never for one day reminded her that I'm the mother, because I don't need to. There's no reason for doing that. Everything I'm supposed to do as the mother, I am doing it and I'm influencing her. So why do I need to remind her I'm the mother? I just need to give instruction, go and do this, and they'll do it. Yes, I'll come and say, I don't want to say this twice. You see them go to do it. But when you start reminding, I'm your mother, I breastfed you, I carried the 9 months, it's not necessary. Go and deal with your problem. Now, the next is lack of active listening. When you are a parent who is always talking without listening to your children, that's a problem. So if that is your problem, decide today to listen. In my parents' academy, I have lots of teachers that if you are a teacher and you don't listen actively to your children, this is equally applicable to you. You are supposed to be an active listener if you want to be a great teacher, if you want to be a great parent. So as I'm talking, and you have question, please bring them on, because this webinar, I don't want it to last more than 30 to 40 minutes. That's the maximum. So the next is the power of active listening. Listen to understand, not just to respond. Sometimes your child is talking to you for you to understand how they feel. It's not for you to respond. At that point, the child does not want you to respond. The child does not want you to give excuses. The child wants you to validate his or her feelings. Oh, I understand why you feel this way. What do you think about it? Let the child be the one to tell you how he feels about it, what he wants about it. Remember, when we are talking about this, it has to do with age by age. It's not the way you handle communication with a 1-year-old child that we used to handle communication with an 18-year-old child. They're different. In the Parents Academy, for every topic, we break it down from 1 to 3. This is what you are supposed to do. From 3 to 5, you are supposed to do it this way. We break it down for every topic we want to teach in the Parents Academy. So if you want to be having that kind of lecture that is tailored to your need, your parenting need, join the Parents Academy. It's not expensive. It's something that is quite affordable. You will have extra value for your money. Now, I say listen to understand, not to respond. Very important. Give full attention, eye contact, body language. You validate. Okay, okay. As your child is okay, okay. Oh, if the child says the one that is funny, you can laugh. Laugh with the child. Your child is complaining and you are squeezing face and you are blaming the child on top of it. Your child is confused about something and you are blaming that child. Okay, but why did you do it this way? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? When do you want to do it? Make it conversational, not just giving instruction. The next is validate feeling before offering solution. When your child complains something, before you start advising, say, oh, I understand how you feel about this. You can even use yourself. Oh, when I was in SS2, I had similar thing, or I had a friend who had similar thing. We did it this way, we did it that way. When I was in your age, this happened, that happened. It will help a lot. Then encourage open sharing. When you don't do all of first, second, third dimension, which is listening to understand, giving full attention, validating feelings, there won't be open sharing. The child will just say one, because of the way you reacted, no attention, you just you are listening to respond or give one 40 leaves of sermon. The child will squeeze in the remaining parts, will not say it again. That's how their brain is wired. Because I did psychology, we've learned how the human brain works. Then, practical communication strategies. One, use open-ended questions. For example, when your child comes back from school, don't say, hello, how are you doing? How was school today? Obviously, the response will be fine. But do you know, do you know what? My son, my first son, when he comes back, even if I say, how was school today? Any day is not fine. He'll tell me, not fine. We have gone to that level. Even when I say, how is school? He'll say, not fine. I'll say, what happened? Why is it not fine? He will now start telling me, oh, it was so stressful today. We had to learn 8 subjects. We started in the morning. He will start saying, or someone just annoyed me. He will start saying that. We have gone to that level. But when you are still saying, how was school today? And your child is still saying, fine. You still have extra work to do. So instead of saying, how was school today? Start by saying, even if you say, how was school today? And he says, fine, good. Okay, you say, what made the day fine for you? What is the best thing that happened for you today? What regrets do you have today? Did anybody offend you? How about your classmates? How did they react to the teaching today? The teachers that taught today, how did they teach? Did you understand everything that was taught? During break time, how did you spend your break time? Before you know it, pack of stories will come out. You will hear all of them, everything that happened. This is applicable to all level of children. Nursery, primary, secondary, university. Try this and come back to me. You will see the full load of gist will come out. And by the time you continue this way, even when you maybe you forgot yourself and just say, how was school today? You see the child opening up to everything that happened. It will no longer be fine as usual. When your child is not fine, your child will be able to say, not fine. All right, the next is express empathy and patience. Empathy is putting yourself in your child's shoe. So when you express empathy, putting yourself in your child's shoe, your child will know that you feel how they feel. But when you are disconnected, you are like, why will you feel this way? Why will you do this? Why will you do this? You are not feeling that child's pain. So when you feel how your child is feeling, your child will be able to open up more to communicate with you. Patience can only help you be empathetic when it comes to communication strategy. The next is be mindful of tone and body language. My dear parents, every time is not harsh tone. Why did I say so? You feel you can't talk to your children without using harsh, or a police officer stops you. Suddenly, that your harsh tone comes down. Then both male and female, when you have regard or respect for someone, maybe someone in authority, your pastor, your priest, your boss, just anyone you respect, or maybe that rich man in your community comes to you, instantly that your harsh tone becomes very calm, which means you don't always have harsh tone. You are only displaying it in front of your children. So if you cannot display it before a military man, why will you constantly display it in front of your children? And you still want them to come out and open up to you. It's not possible. It's just like police people that will always come and say, police is your friend, police is your friend. But when it comes to confiding in them, we are all afraid because they're always coming with tension. Hey, you stop there. Hey, hey, hey. They can never be calm. So when they're always out, you'll not be able to open up. Even your boss in the office, if your boss is constantly yelling, hey, blah, 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 even when you have problem, you cannot talk. So this same thing happens to children. Most times, we don't even realize that these children are human beings like us. We think that some sort of robot or machine, they are human beings. The same way we want to be talked with a low tone, understood and all that, the same with children. So if you come and tell me, that's how my voice is, I'll tell you it's a lie. That's not how your voice is. Because until I see you display that voice in front of military men, that's when I will agree is your voice. Because you cannot try that. When you try it in front of them, if you're in Nigeria, I don't need to tell you what will happen to you. So if you cannot display that, why will you constantly keep these children in an overwhelming situation, in a situation where they have you as a parent and are looking for someone to talk to? I mentor lots of people, lots of young girls. I have mentorship platform for young girls. The things they tell me, they'll tell me, Auntie Ma, it's only you we are telling this. I can't tell my mommy this. And I'm like, why will you not tell your mommy and you're telling me? Assuming I'm a negative influence, to be honest with you, I would have negatively influenced so many girls because they're like, Auntie Ma, you are the one, you understand us. I have gone to several secondary schools and the teenagers say, Auntie Ma, I wish my mommy would be as understanding as you are. Auntie Ma, why are you different? You are a mother like my mom. Why is my mom not as understanding as you are? So which means they desire that understanding from you. And because you show understanding, they'll be able to open up to you. So I have so many girls, I am holding their secret and their parents don't know these secrets. Now I am asking, why would they be sharing those secrets with me and not you, the parents? I've gone to an all-boys school. The boys were all very free, open up to talk to me, teenage boys. And I'm asking, they have fathers, they have mothers. Why are they not talking to them? And do you know what? I only go to those schools once and return. Who does the follow-up? I cannot do follow up in a school that is 1,000 something. I've talked to over 15,000 teenagers. I can't follow up on them. Is you the parents who should follow up? Instead of always yelling and shouting, learn to calm down, listen to them. Remember, these children are not the cause of your problem. A lot of us are damaged as adults. A lot of us, that's how our parents trained us. And to be honest, it did not help us. it broke us, it damaged us. And you still want your children to be damaged. You still want your children to be broken emotionally. So we need to start working on our emotion management. The next is remember I'm talking about practical communication strategies. I said be mindful of tone and body language. That's why I started all of those. The next is create daily moments of connection. I do it in my house. Even when, because I'm an online tutor, even when I'm teaching and my boys come back, because only the boys are going to school now, the girls are out of secondary school. So when they come back, even if I'm teaching, I'll just stretch out my hands. They will give me a handshake. If I'm not teaching, I can give them a hug. I always need to connect with them. Just have that conversation. Just 2 minutes, 1 minute every day. Both the boys and the girls. We always have a moment to talk, to hug, to gist, to say something that make everybody laugh. Even after they misbehave and I scream and yell and command and give authority, the next few minutes you see us joking and laughing, because my children, they're all teenagers. So because they're teenagers, parenting style have changed. It wasn't totally this way when they were younger. It's not as if I was so strict when they were younger, but I have there's more flexibility now. I'm releasing hands on certain things because of the level where they are right now, so that that connection will continue. The next is building emotional connection. One, share family rituals and routines, like birthday celebrations, attending churches, going for church programs, and all of that. Outing, family outing, visiting relations, and all of that. Share it. Let your children know about that. Celebrate small achievements, no matter how small. Celebrate it. In the parents academy, I tell them, if your child achieves any little thing, celebrate it. Even if it means just maybe the teacher just saw you and say, oh, your child is very good, paying attention in class and all that. Celebrate it. Celebration doesn't mean spending money. You can hug the child and peg the child. That's celebration. You can give a high five. That's celebration. You can call pet names. Oh, wonderful. You did well. I'm super proud of you. Oh, come and hug mommy. It's celebration. Because when we say celebration, you'll be like, oh, I don't have money. It's not about money. It's about making that child feel good. Because there is the part of the brain that releases some chemicals called the dopamine. So whenever a child is praised, dopamines are released, and that makes the child feel good. So the way the brain is wired, the brain wants to always feel good. So when you celebrate and the dopamines are released and the child feels good, naturally the brain will restructure itself in a way that it will keep doing that same thing, so that it will keep releasing the dopamine and the child will keep feeling good. But when that good thing happens, you don't celebrate it, no dopamines are released, the brain will be like, okay, it's normal thing. So that intentionality for the brain to rewire and keep making the child to do that will stop. It will not come out again. These are things that even the child cannot control. That's how nature made it. Even the child cannot control it. So the next is encourage honest conversations. I have emphasized on that very much. I won't go deep into that. I've said it so much. Honest conversation, encourage it. It helps a lot. As we are about wrapping up, please keep dropping your questions, your comments, share your views when it comes to emotional connection, communication. I would love to read from you. Model vulnerability and openness. Don't claim to your children that you are superhero. Oh, you are all knowing, nothing they touch you. I'm using Nigeria Pidgin English. So don't form that. Let your children see that you can also be vulnerable when it comes to communication, that you are not perfect. So the goal here is not to be a perfect parent, rather to be an intentional parent. Even in the Parents Academy, we are modeling and training the parents there to be intentional, not perfect, because there is no perfect parent anywhere. There are, even me as your coach, there are things I'm not even doing well, and I still need to learn from another people. So it's about intentionality, constant learning, constant growing, constant adjustment, constant unlearning of the things that are no longer working. Are you aware that there are parenting things that worked very well when we were in primary school, let me say 10 years ago, that they are no longer working well today? Are you aware of that? So You keep on learning those ones that are no longer working, but then your eyes are on the goal. And what is the goal? Raising responsible, resourceful, um morally balanced, and useful children. That's the goal. So if the strategies are changing, you have to do little adjustment. That's how, during our time our parents are this, during our time our parents are this. Today is no longer like that. So, and you cannot force it. This adage that says you can force a horse to the stream, you can't force it to drink water. It's applicable in parenting. You force and force and force, and when you are doing that in a wrong way, it will not yield the needed fruit. So parents, we need to be intentional about that. So this will be also open to your children. If there are some of your failures, you can be open and tell them about that. Let them know you are an imperfect parent. So take away and next step. One, communication is the heart of connection. You can never connect with your child if you have poor communication skill. If you want to improve in your communication skill, join the Parents Academy or book a session with me. It's not free. Details on how to book a session, join the Parents Academy is in the description of this video. The next, practice daily intentional conversation. Like as you've heard my teaching today, make your conversation with your children intentional. Register for membership into the Parents Academy for more free resources and sessions. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. In case you did not join live and you are listening to us, you listened up to this point, I'm very grateful. Appreciation. I'm blowing kisses to you. Thank you so much for listening up to this point. It means you actually want to learn. It means you actually want to grow. It means you actually want the best for your children. And the good Lord will grant you that heart desire of yours, give you the grace to be an intentional parent, to be able to raise responsible, resourceful, useful, morally sound children for the society and for you, the parent. So, my dear parents, I'm waiting for your questions. If I don't see any question, I will have nothing but to call it a day. Okay, I have something from Oluchinwadi. She said, "Thank you so much for the insightful session on parenting. I truly learned a lot, and I appreciate the way you broke things down with love and wisdom. God bless you richly for pouring into us." Thank you so much, Oluchi. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. This means a lot to me. It's encouraging because if you people are not here, if you are not watching me and you are not learning, I can't be here. I'll just be here talking to myself. So thank you so much for that encouraging message. I appreciate you. So if you got values from this video, please share it to every parent you know. Share this video to every parent you know. They need to learn it. They need to do better when it comes to communication. You cannot parent well when you lack basic communication skill. I remain your coach and professional guidance counselor, Mma Okoye. Remember, we do this bi-weekly. We'll see again in the second week of October. Keep a date with us. The link will be shared on my different social platforms, Facebook, WhatsApp. We also have free WhatsApp platform for parents. If you're a parent and you need to join the free WhatsApp platform, you are free. But if you need well-detailed structure and unrestricted access to me, come to the Parents Academy. Thank you so much. See you again in next 2 weeks. Happy new month in advance, because this week will usher us into the month of October. I remain okay. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Until next time we see, goodbye.